Hey guys, welcome to today's live session here in the private community on Facebook. And so, if you see me looking down for a little bit, I'll be looking down at my notes that I have here. I can talk about this stuff all day long, but I want to make sure that we do stay on subject. And so if you are here watching it live, make sure that you do type live down in the comments below. And then also the replay for this will be up on YouTube about an hour after it is done recording. And so if you have any questions, you can either share them here in the private community on Facebook, or you can also comment on the YouTube video that I will be sharing in the YouTube community. And so as far as YouTube is concerned, the content there is totally free. As long as you continue to watch the videos and share the content with other people that would be interested or that actually need that information. Of course, a lot of people have been laid off from their jobs, and they're looking for new high-paying jobs right now. I have a lot of clients who are consistently getting those jobs and continuously growing in their career just by watching those videos. And so as long as you continue to watch those videos there and share that and subscribe, I will continue to share content over there as well. And so a little bit about me, and I was going to give it a few seconds for a few more people to join in here. And so if you are also watching right now, you can go ahead and let me know, what is your biggest challenge with your job search at the moment? Okay. All right. And for some reason, I was unable to go live for a little while because it wouldn't let me do it from my phone, and I couldn't find my webcam, but either way, we're going to get this done. And so a little bit about me before I jump into how you can change careers. I've been writing resumes for the past 15 years. I started out as a freelancer writing resumes for family and friends, and then I asked God for a way to support my daughter and I as a single parent. And I looked around and I saw that it was something that I was already doing. I looked around and saw that it was something that I was already doing, and it came natural to me. People were coming to me already asking me for career advice. What should they do in a certain situation with their current employer? They were sharing their frustrations with me. They were trusting me with, their personal information as far as their job search is concerned. And so I took that information, I put it into a step-by-step program, and that's what I've been sharing with my clients over the past 3 years, as I went full-time as a career coach in 2017. And so one of the things that I'm going to share with you today is going to be about, you have to be comfortable being a amateur, and don't get so caught up in trying to be perfect before you jump out there into a new career field. When I first started on my career journey, it was to become a doctor. And so I did get accepted to medical school, but in the meantime, I wanted to do something else that would not only support myself, but also help other people in a big way. And what other way to help people than to start at the very top, which would be in human resources. And so I continued to study, the art of resume writing and what the most important things were, and things like that, what you need in your resume, about mindset, personality assessments, and things like that. And so I began creating content around that area and sharing it with people, actually for free at that particular time before I went full-time as a business owner. And so enough about me. I do want to share with you a topic that a lot of people have been asking me about. And right now is the perfect time for you to actually pursue a new career, and that's how you can change careers. And so if at any point I share some content here in the private community that you find helpful and that you could apply, I want you to jump off of here and go apply it right away. My most successful clients, they are the ones that take what they see in one of my videos or in the step-by-step coaching program, the online coaching program, and they apply it right away, and they go ahead and get those results that they've been trying to get for years. And so the first thing that I want to tell you about is if you just joining, you can watch the replay of this on YouTube in the next less than an hour after this live session has ended. And so if you catch me looking down, I'm looking down in my notes because I do want to make sure that I stay on topic. And so the main thing I want to talk about today is the idea that you can, even if you are in a position where you are happy right now, I want you to keep in mind that you can move into a new position at your leisure with the right steps. And once you find the right step, and the right support system to support you on your career journey, you can move into any new position at any point in time in your career. Once you find something that works for you, stick to that. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. And so the first thing I want to share with you here is to be comfortable not knowing a certain subject, and be comfortable being an amateur at what you do, which is what I talked about when we first started. And so all of us are amateurs at something at some point in our lives. And so you have to continue to pursue that, even if you don't feel that you're really good at it. And don't go into a position trying to be perfect, is what I'm trying to say. You're going to work your way up to that, and then you're going to want to continue to grow every 2 years like my clients do. I always recommend not being in a position more than 2 years, and I can share more information on how you can get continuous promotions, throughout your entire career in another live session here. Just let me know down in the comments what else you would like me to talk about, but you have to be comfortable being an amateur. I know for myself, I'm someone who would just jump into it, but I know for some other people, they will try to perfect it, get all of these certifications, get all of these degrees and things like that before they pursue that new career, and you really don't have to do that. One of my top paying clients, one of my clients that makes the most, which is $400,000 per year right now, they don't even have a degree in anything right now. They are a part of professional organizations, and they do know how to leverage their network and network with people in their industry, and that's how they've been able to continuously move forward. They know how to seek out a support system and look for a mentor. That's the type of thing that you want to continue to do throughout your entire career. And so don't focus so much on being a perfectionist or being perfect at that thing that you want to do as you move into a new career, or if you're entry level right now, this would be a good session for you to watch over and over again as well. And so for number 2, you want to know what your accomplishments are and how you can find them. And so some of the ways that you can find your accomplishments throughout your job search are going to be on your performance reviews. If you don't have any experience at all, it can come from your professors, your teachers, the feedback that you're getting from other people that your peers, your classmates, and things like that. I had a lot of classmates at that particular time that I asked for recommendations from, and we traded recommendations. Your connections are going to be your biggest asset if you are looking to change careers, or if you're looking to move into, if you're entry level right now. And so one of the clients that didn't have any experience whatsoever in the HR industry is really hard to break into, mainly because you have to be someone who's trustworthy, be able to build up teams and things like that. And so if you are trying to break into the HR industry, you'll find that you will get a lot of rejections. You'll get those automated emails and things like that. But just by me sharing the things and offering the step-by-step process that I offer in my career coaching program, my client Princess was able to break into a new HR industry with no industry experience whatsoever. And she was able to break in on a mid-level. She didn't have any experience, and she skipped that HR assistant level and moved on to a HR manager. And now she's on the road to becoming a director of human resources. And I have a lot of clients like that who skip those steps, all because they know what their accomplishments are and they know when to identify them and how to identify them. So if you're getting feedback from your supervisor and things like that, that's the time for you to ask for a letter of recommendation. If you were laid off from your job, I have a complete video on YouTube that'll walk you through the steps that you need to follow so that you can move forward in your career, up to and including asking for recommendations, joining professional organizations, and also it talks about how to network in your industry as well. And so for number 3, is another thing that I noticed here when I first created my other group is you want to make sure that you support one another, which is why I created this group in the first place. As you can see, I had someone who joined just the other day. She posted, she shared her introduction, and then someone replied, said, "Hey, I have a lot of connections in this area. I'm going to send you a personal message." And I don't know what became of that situation, but I've seen that go in a positive way as well. And so share your stories. And if you want to make sure that you connect with people in your network that are open to sharing their stories as well. And so like that person shared their story, they get feedback, and now they have some more connections, someone else that they can connect with that's in their industry. Make sure that you connect with people that are in your industry as well. And I just had something like that happen to me as well, and I didn't feel bad because I know that you have to be you want to be with a group of people that's supportive of you and also of your career journey. And I'm also always seeking out resources that will help you guys. And there is a group here on Facebook that I was referring a lot of my clients to in order to support them, because they do have a lot of they do share a lot of great HR content there. But for some reason they didn't want me in the group, and so they removed me from the group because I asked a question about cover letters, which is a really common topic. And so I'll share some of the feedback that I did get from the group before I was removed from it. But I said all that to say, make sure that you surround yourself with people that are going to support you on your career journey, and that's not going to be holding back information from you that can potentially help you, all because they want you to buy something from them. And so make sure that you share your story, but also support other people that's in the group as well, and giving them feedback and answering their questions as well. And so the next thing I want you to do, that you should do in order to, and number 4 is going to be to brand yourself on social media. As you know, right now, a lot of face-to-face events, networking events are non-existent. They're mainly online. And so in that case, I added to the LinkedIn coaching optimization program, the step-by-step program, how you can, a step-by-step process on how to communicate with recruiters and hiring managers, but also some sample posts of what you can share on social media without coming across as like you are desperate for a job or something like that, but just to get the conversation going with other people. One thing that I noticed about Facebook, and I started on LinkedIn before I came over to Facebook, is that Facebook is they're people too. They have jobs, they have businesses and things like that. They're looking for people to fill those positions. and they're also looking for jobs themselves. And so when you start sharing that content that I have in my LinkedIn program, you'll find that you'll start noticing that some of the people are on the same path as yourself, and they are some people that will support you, people that you've already been talking to. So I show you how to make that connection. And so that's another way that you can break into a new industry as well, as you find that people are already on the same path as yourself. And so I want to continue with branding yourself on social media, your LinkedIn profile. If you're not on LinkedIn, then you're totally missing out, because 80% of recruiters go to LinkedIn before they go to any other job boards. In the first place. And so before they even go to Indeed, Monster, any other job boards, of course, they go to the company's website first. So you're applying on the company's website, but the second best is going to be LinkedIn. They get a chance to see who you are, your personality, what type of job you're interested in. You want to make sure that you have a clear picture uploaded there as well. And so that's another way to brand yourself on social media. And I have another video on in the YouTube community that talks about how to create a killer LinkedIn profile. It's one of our top viewed videos on LinkedIn. So you want to check that video out as well. And of course, it's totally free. And so the final thing I want to talk to you about here on the in this live session is to be a lifelong learner. Like I said, when I started out, you never know where your skills and abilities could lead you. When I first started out, I, was on the path to, becoming a doctor, got accepted to medical school and things like that. Put that on hold for a little bit because everything that's going on right now. And I became a career coach, and that was all because I took a look at what my accomplishments were, and I, prayed about it, meditated over it, and things like that. You want to make sure that you are a lifelong learner and that you're always reading. And I know a lot of people, they got a lot of books that they haven't finished and things like that. It doesn't matter what you read. If you're interested in it, go ahead and pick up that book and make sure that you are studying something that you are interested in. Do things that come natural to you on a consistent basis, not what's difficult or hard. And so become a lifelong learner. Always and when you teach something to someone else, you learn it twice, which is why I got into career coaching. And one of the things that I did with one of my sample resumes that I share with people who want a sample resume and want to know what an ATS compliant resume looks like, I uploaded it to Indeed.com. And I'm telling you right now that I'm still getting responses just from that sample resume from jobs. And if I have someone that is working with me right now and they're looking for a job in that area, I forward that job over to them because I already have that connection with that recruiter. And so that's another way that you can change careers, is to make sure that you are consistently learning, that you become a lifelong learner in your area. And it only takes 5 years for you to master something. And so what made me think about why they have, 4-year programs, 8-year programs, and things like that, because it does take you that amount of time. And when you're in those programs, you get the opportunity to build those connections and things. And so another thing that you can do to change careers, what I didn't have written down, but I do have it in the YouTube community, is professional development. So one of the things that I did when I was entry level, I didn't have any experience, and I was looking to break into a new industry, was I joined a professional organization. A professional organization is a great place to start for you, because you will have the opportunity to connect with people in your industry that are on the same path as yourself, but those people are also there to help people, get to the next level in their career. Say, for example, healthcare. I always like to share the professional organization that I'm familiar with, which is ACHE. But I can, if you need some help deciding on a professional organization to join, you can let me know down in the comments below, and I will help walk you through those steps as well. But I also have a video over in the YouTube community that you can check out. And so that's it for right now on how to, change your career. And so the thing that I want you to, the key takeaway that I want you to have from today's live session is that if you are having a hard time changing careers, it's because you are attached to your past accomplishments. And so you want to detach yourself from that. Take a look at what your accomplishments are right now, meditate over it, and see what other things can come about from that. From being wanting to become a doctor and end up becoming a career coach and things like that. And you can continue to pursue that, as you continue to grow in your career. But you can have more than one career. You don't have to just stick to one thing, is the point that I'm trying to make here. And what I'm going to do in the next live session for you guys, I've been getting a lot of questions about, is how to create additional streams of income. So you can look out for that this coming Thursday. I'll share 5 streams of income that you can create for yourself to bring in additional income into your household if you were laid off from your job as well. And so I will be jumping on here live on Thursday to share that with you as well. And so if this information was helpful to you, I want you to let me know down in the comments below, and also share with me what's your biggest challenge with your job search right now. What questions can I answer for you? And do let us know when you land new interviews, when you land new job offers, so that we can congratulate you, and make sure that you jump on. Make sure that you do invite your friends here to the private community. It's totally free, and I'll be here live twice a week to share with you how you can get a new high-paying job. And so that's all I have for you today. I will see you guys in the next live session.